98.7 FM, Arizona's sports station. Bickley Blast.
The Suns have become superheroes in the Valley, right down to the way they enter a stadium. Maybe it's via retro muscle car, or maybe it's a fancy Italian sports car. Each has their own style, their own colorful wardrobe, their own brand. They walk into the arena like they are Guardians of the Galaxy or Avengers or actors on a movie set. The Suns have all the trappings of celebrity and fame, but they've also got real emotional wealth in the stuff that matters most. The small stuff, the cohesion, the passion, the satisfaction that comes with being part of something larger than yourself. You saw it all in Game 1, from playoff DA to the defensive buffet from Mikal Bridges, from the shot-making of Devin Booker to the outrageously erratic Jay Crowder, who last night became the first player in NBA history to post 1 point, 1 rebound, 1 assist, and 1 block. And yes, you also saw it in the cutthroat closing skills of Chris Paul, who became the oldest player with 30 points and 10 assists in playoff history, taking yet another record from Steve Nash. The latter made me very happy because as much as I love Devin Booker, I've been a little uncomfortable with his MVP candidacy, with the chance that rained down exclusively now on him, and how that must make a point guard feel. We all know the beauty of the Suns is in their rich tapestry of talent and temperament, but Game 1 was a reminder of who is most responsible for a championship-caliber basketball team in Phoenix. It was a Hall of Fame quarter from a Hall of Fame player, and for one night, it felt more than just poetry. It felt like poetic justice. You remember back in the day, Vinny, when some dudes would show up to NBA games in sweatsuits, sweatpants?
Some of them still do. It was very businesslike last night on the arrivals at the arena.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I would say that the Suns now, it's almost become something of a fashion show. Though it's sort of the NBA version of a catwalk, the way they come into a stadium now.
Well, because I get to the game usually 2.5 hours before, so a lot of the players are arriving then, and the way I go down, I'm walking in the opposite direction of the players walking in. There's photographers just waiting for arrivals because it's a big thing now because of the fashion part of it. There was extra lighting. You saw it down there, didn't you?
Oh, yeah.
There was purple and orange lighting,
and
there was like all these effects going on.
Well, because that kind of content really pops with people. I look at this team and I see a hunger that is very, very reassuring to me. And they are not afraid of this. They are not worried about the pressure. They are not showing signs of feeling the pressure. They feel like a team that has got this, if you will. And again, just one game, but the fact that they were able to get through a regular season as focused as they were, given that really last night was the beginning of the only journey that matters to them.
Yes, but to be able to get to that point.
To trust in the process and get to that point.
Without really any sustained lulls.
Yeah.
Just amazing focus.
Yeah. And also what you said earlier about Chris Paul, that fourth quarter was him kind of reminding everybody how great he is after the last month or two of the season where he was injured, where Devin Booker got all the hype.
Yep.
And it was saying like, no, we have two guys like this that could take over at any time.
Well, there was a lot of what I walked away from last night. Last night's experience was, and I like to call them these moments for the rest of the league. The way the Suns came out and played defense in the first half of that game against a good, a good New Orleans offense with C.J. McCollum and Brandon Ingram, that was an moment for the rest of the league.
Yeah.
But also the other moment from a national perspective, the sole focus.
Yep.
When it comes to the Phoenix Suns, here's a player in his 7th year who's just getting better and better, and he is announcing himself as a candidate for MVP. That's where all the focus went. And I think that's where all the focus was nationally on the Phoenix Suns. And then Chris Paul has that performance. That's an moment.
Yeah, that's exactly what that is. That's exactly what that is. And the fact that Chris Paul, this season, and again, Chris Paul's had a Hall of Fame career, but this season really kind of is his Mona Lisa. This is the one you put in the Louvre. And To me, it's just really super cool that a dude like that is into the collective still, that he doesn't need to make it about him, that while he was injured, that he's happy that Devin Booker is getting all that love now. You know, you could almost hear after the game when Chris Paul started talking about, yeah, well, I'm not a scorer. It was almost, you could almost hear a little snark in there, like kind of like, yeah, you forgot what I could do.
Oh, yeah. It's like the Steve Nash point. Steve Nash could have averaged 30 points a game if he chose to.
Yep.
Chris Paul could do the same thing.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.